Hi, everybody. I'm Richard Osterwood. I'm the owner of Epic 180, and thanks for giving me this time today. Today, we're going to talk about how to use AI to grow your business. So, it's going to be pretty quick. I have very little time to do this, so we're going to rush through it, but take some notes, and I'm going to be posting this video up for you later so you can check it out online. So, using AI in your business. Why would you want to use it? There's a lot of things going on. People are afraid. Some people are in denial. Some people are embracing it. I really invite you to embrace it because it can bring lots of advantages. I'm not going to talk about how bad it is or the consequences it can have. It's a tool. It's like a hammer. If you can use a hammer to drive a nail or to smack someone on the head. So it's on the user. So, but it's best, even if you feel that it isn't something good, it's best for you to know how it works so you are aware of the things it can do and how it can impact your business and your life. Okay, so how can we use it? Well, first of all, we can use it for content creation, to create social media posts, blog posts, emails. It can help you go through your spelling and your grammar and improve the quality and quantity of what you're producing. You can use it as a consultant. The AI has been trained on everything up to November last year, 2023. So you can brainstorm ideas, ask business questions. You can tell it to pretend to be Zig Ziglar and ask for his advice. Obviously, it's not his advice, but it's based on what's published from him out there. So you're going to get a response based on that, and it's really good. I use it a lot, just bouncing ideas back and forth, and sometimes it comes up with things that I hadn't thought about. You can use it for research and learning if you want to find out about topics you don't know. If you want to learn a language, you want to practice a language, it's really good for that. You can use it as a voiceover artist, so you don't have to hire someone to record these messages, like, for example, for your IVR, for your phone, or if you want to do an audio broadcast, that's how we use it. We use it to send voice broadcasts to the phone of our customers, so we actually reproduce their voice in AI, and that way we don't have to bother them asking them to record these messages. You can use it to create images. Most people sometimes buy images. Well, you should buy the images because you have to pay royalties on them. But some people just grab images from Google, and then they get a letter telling them that they're using an image who someone else has a copyright to. So yeah, using AI, depending on what you're using and what you've purchased, the rights you've purchased, you may be able to create your own images and forget about copyright infringement. You can use it to create videos, probably as a spokesperson, or it can even recreate yourself. That way you don't have to come on camera each time you want to create a video. There's a lot of ways you can use it with video, but yes, you can forget about hiring models and a recording team, a camera team, and everything. You can easily do that with a tool, and I'll show you today which tool we use. You can use it as a virtual assistant, so you can create custom AI powered activities or automations where if something happens here, then this other thing is going to happen, and then this, and this. So as long as you can tell someone the steps of their process, and obviously it has to be online, you can automate that and use AI. You've been able to automate steps and processes for a while now using Zapier or Make. Now you can inject AI into that to even make it better and more personalized to your customers. You can use it as customer service. You can have someone perfectly trained on your business that won't go off script and that will know everything about your business, talking to your customers 24/7 on your website. That way you have a live website, not a static one. There's someone there to answer questions all the time. And you can use it also as a sales rep 24/7. Again, someone comes to your website, they ask a question, and you can train it in order to give a response, but push them towards an appointment, a sale. Just recommend a product. Doesn't have to be pushy. Probably shouldn't have used the word push, but to guide them towards a sale. So tools that you should use, or that I use and I recommend: ChatGPT. This is the most common tool that everyone's heard about. Came out in 2022 and had this huge growth and awareness of AI to the public because it's the first public-facing tool. It's probably not the first, but no, actually it wasn't the first, but it was the one that had greater response and growth very fast. Another one that I recommend using is Perplexity AI, and I'll tell you how to use these. Midjourney is what I use to create images. 11 Labs we use for audio creation. HeyGen for video creation. and we have our own Epic 180 CRM where we have social media content generation, we have AI text, AI images, we have our customer supports and sales agents that I mentioned earlier. We can create smart AI automations in the flow. That's the part where you're using it as a VA. We have this auto engage IQ that increases the number of Google reviews you get from your customers, and that also helps you to show up higher on Google. So our CRM has a lot of that built in, but it's not about that today. We're going to talk about the other tools. So probably the one that people know more about is ChatGPT, and everybody, I mean not everybody, but most people use it to ask some questions, inquire information. And if you're using it for that, just to find out or to learn knowledge, I would recommend you use another tool called Perplexity. ChatGPT is good, and it's more of a conversational tool and copy. I mean, it does a lot of things. It will give you answers too, but the knowledge is what it has learned till November 2023. And it's, unless you have the paid version, it's kind of static. I would recommend you use Perplexity AI. And the good thing with Perplexity is that when you search for something, for example, here, we have best way to lower your blood pressure. When it comes up with the result, it comes up with the result. It tells you the sources it found the information from. It gives you some videos. If you want images, you just click there and it'll get you images. So it is a more updated probably and live response. You see these little numbers here. Those are the sources it's quoting. Now, not because it has sources doesn't mean that the information is perfect. So I definitely recommend that you go and verify the information. Sometimes it's quoting sources that are incorrect. So with AI, you always have to do it. With ChatGPT, sometimes it hallucinates. So it starts making stuff up, even though it says it's there, it's not. And Perplexity, even though it is grabbing information from the web, it can also grab fake information. So we have to always be careful about that. Whatever you do with AI, always review it, always make sure and check your facts. Now, ChatGPT is great for content creation. I love it. I use it every day. Here we have a prompt. When you converse with it, it's called, you prompt it. You tell it what you want it to do. Here it says, I want you to write a Facebook post about our first year anniversary special promo, 10% off store-wide. And what it gives us is a pretty good post for Facebook. It's time to celebrate. We're thrilled to announce we're making our first anniversary, a special treat for you. Enjoy fantastic 10% off store-wide, and as a way of saying thank you for incredible support throughout this wonderful journey, blah, 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 emojis, hashtags. So it's pretty good. Now I'm going to tell you how you can improve your ChatGPT responses. This is something I learned from Jonathan Mast. Great guy. I have an interview with him on my Facebook profile if you want to check it out. And he has a framework. It's a 4-step framework. Like, first of all, tell it who you want it to act like. You want to give it some context of what you're going to ask it, and then you tell it what you want it to do. And finally, if you can tell it to ask you clarifying questions to give you the best response possible. Now, it's not always needed, but sometimes it will ask you some questions that will improve the response you're getting. So if we do that and we change the prompt we did earlier, now I have a longer one that says, I want you to act as a direct response copywriter who specializes in thumb-stopping Facebook posts. Your tone of voice is that of a friendly but professional Texas native, and you write at 5th grade level. And 5th grade level, it's just because studies show that people read at a 5th grade level. So let's write it that way. Otherwise, it can be not too confusing, but people get bored and they'll stop reading if they see all these weird words they don't understand. We're celebrating our special cupcake store's first anniversary. We are a female-owned store, and we're super proud to be part of the Oldsmar community. I want you to write a Facebook post about our first anniversary special and promo. So this line is the same one, but I gave it all this other context. I didn't ask it to ask me any questions, so it probably won't. And here we have the response, and you see right out of the box, it's different. The tone, howdy y'all. Can y'all believe it's been a whole year since we opened up shop? Time sure does fly when you're baking up a storm. So it's playing with words, considering that it knows we have a cupcake store, and it says y'all for making first year in Oldsmar for the books. So it's using all the information we provided to celebrate this milestone. We're throwing a little shindig and giving y'all a special treat. As a female-owned business, small business, being part of this here community means the world to us. So it might be a little too much. I don't know. I'm not from Texas, but you would always read what it produces, and you want to edit it and create your own style with it, and make sure it sounds like you and what you want to convey. Then let's say we want to create an image that would go with this post, because you want to have an image on a Facebook or Instagram post. So you can actually tell ChatGPT, create a photorealistic image of a full body 45-year-old woman, blue eyes, blonde hair. She owns a cupcake shop and is in her shop happily celebrating the business's first anniversary. Now this picture is pretty good, but you can tell it's cartoonish. I mean, she has a weird, creepy smile, but it's okay. It's great. I mean, considering that this is your image, so you can use it however you want. You don't have to pay royalties on it. But if we use another tool that I like and recommend a lot is Midjourney. It's a little harder to use, but Midjourney, because you have to use it through Discord, and if you're not a kid, you probably don't know what Discord is. No, actually, yeah, never mind. I don't want to generalize. But it is really, really good with the results. So here is an example of it's a little better prompt. Create an ultra-realistic photograph capture with a Sony A7 III camera equipped with whatever lens. Full body 45-year-old woman with blue eyes, blonde hair. She's the owner of the cupcake shop. So after that, it's kind of the same. We told it the lens, but look at the picture. I mean, it has the shop in the background. It really looks like a real person. Look at the detail in the hair and everything. And this person doesn't exist. So I created this with Midjourney, and this is my model artist, and I can use this picture however I want. So there you go. It's a great way to create images lifelike or cartoonish or whatever type of image you want. Now, there is a great thing about ChatGPT that now ChatGPT, if you use the Pro version, it allows you to train it. You can always train it through a conversation, but each time you start a new conversation, you have to retrain it. Now they've come up with something called GPTs, custom GPTs, where you can pre-train the model and have your own GPT that works as you want it to work. For example, we have this one here that I custom trained for a customer of ours. It says, I need a Facebook post for a spring clean out special. Now that is pretty vague. I mean, ChatGPT normally wouldn't know what that is, but since I already trained it, you can see it says SAS Social Bot. That's the name of the bot I created. It's a spring clean out special with SAS tree service as the flowers bloom and the weather warms up. It's the perfect time to give your property the fresh start it deserves. It talks about our services, tree trimming, stump grinding, brush removal. It mentions that it's working in the greater Gainesville area. It's a veterans owned family business, phone number, website, hashtags, everything. So I pre-trained this GPT. That way I can create content. I can create better content more easy and faster than I would if I were writing it myself or if I was actually using ChatGPT on its own. So this is why custom GPTs are really good. GPTs are really good too, because you could, like, for $20 a month, I mean, that's less than $1 a day, you have this advanced employee, you can say, that is working for you and providing great information at a really low cost. And basically what you're doing is talking to it as you would an employee, a copywriter, or someone you hired to write this content. You just have to give it all the information. The biggest mistake I see people doing is giving it very little information and expecting to get a great answer. This is like computers. Crap in, crap out. Here's another one I created. It's called NutriVision. This one takes advantage of the visual capabilities of ChatGPT. So I took a picture of this plate, and then in the GPT, I taught it to identify food and tell me how healthy the food is and how we could create some substitutes if we wanted to. Not necessarily that you're going to do that mid-meal, but if you're at the supermarket and you're scanning probably the nutrition code behind a can or something, it will give you alternatives. So in this case, it says, a plate that straddles the fine line between seaside and backyard. Let's slice into the novelties. First part, the surf, the lobster, then the turf, the steak, a wee little potato, and then it doesn't know what this is, so it says it might be starchy rice, or it could be cauliflower plain as rice. So it's kind of guessing, but then it's telling her here below. It says rating this, we are giving it a 6.89 out of 10. Well, I mean, actually, it doesn't say out of 10, but I told it that to rate it from 1 to 10. And then it has the pros. And further down, it's going to have the cons and what you could do to improve the plate. But it's actually looking at what you gave it. So you can take a picture, and I did that actually at a friend's store yesterday. I took a picture of him and said, how is this person feeling? It was kind of interpreting how the person was feeling based on how their face looked. So yeah, it's creepy. Now, but you can use it in different ways. Like in this case, I created this one called Business First Impression, where you would walk into a business, take a picture of the reception area, and then I trained it on interior design. And obviously, I have no knowledge of interior design. I grabbed some articles on interior design, best practices for businesses. So when I give it the picture, it goes and it references that. So here's one thing with ChatGPT. Like you would say, well, why do you have to train it? It already knows everything. That's the problem. It already knows everything. So when you ask it one question, it tries to, how can I say that? Like it tries to put all its knowledge into one answer, and there's no one specific answer, or it's not geared towards maybe what you're looking for specifically. In this case, since we trained it to look for certain aspects of interior design, then the answer is much better. It says, looking at the image you provided, I see a space that is, I can't read that. First impression on visitors due to its clean, organized layout and natural elements. Now it says a few points to consider. Lighting appears to be functional, but a little bit flat. Seating, it looks a little bit sparse. Color accents, introducing color accents, perhaps a form of artwork, could energize the space. So it's giving you this extra tips on it. Now, are you going to use this? How would you use this? Like if you're an interior designer, I mean, this is a great way to get a foot in the door, going to any business and just taking a picture. Did you know AI thinks your business could use better lighting, and you can show them? And just the fact that it's AI, it's a novelty, and it will open people up to the conversation. And then obviously you can offer your interior design services or any other type. You just have to be a little bit creative. And if you don't even know what to do, ask the ChatGPT, how can I use you as a foot in the door? My services are this, and that. What could you give me some suggestions? And it will give you suggestions. This one here is ChatGPT trained on the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. And if I pull this up on my phone, because I want to show you how it works here, I can show you. It says, so if we call the ChatGPT and then we just ask it, hey, who's the boss at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce? And it's thinking a little bit and looking at the information we trained it on. And I'm using
At the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, we've got a passionate team and a dedicated board working hard to support our community. Our chamber staff includes Mark Howe as the president CEO, Jerry Peruzzi handling operations, Doug Bevis overseeing public relations and government affairs, and Wendy Roper as the nonprofit liaison. The board of directors consists of...
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. So it was thinking, because I was training it on the information. I trained it on the information of the chamber, and I'm using this voice interface, which you could just type. I could type things in here, but with the voice interface, it's kind of more fun. Actually, when you're like brainstorming and doing things like that, that's really fun. And it used to be only for the paid option of ChatGPT. I think it's now open to the public. So that's pretty cool. You can try it out on your ChatGPT, and I have it on my phone. You can download the app on your phone. Just make sure you're downloading the official ChatGPT app. A lot of people are coming up with other apps that have a logo that is pretty similar, or it says ChatGPT 4 for free, and it's not. So yeah, be aware of that. A lot of people seizing the opportunity, probably not in the best way, but just letting you know. So when you want to recreate voices, or what we do with our customers is we use 11 Labs. 11 Labs, you can train it on someone's voice, and then you don't have to record anything again. So in this case, I trained it on my voice, and I have a specific way I train it to make it sound more natural. And then I just have to type in the text. Right here it says, hey, Richard Osterud here. I'm calling because you expressed interest in incorporating AI into your business. Now this is how AI plays it.
Hi, Richard Osterud here. I'm calling because you expressed interest in incorporating AI into your business, and I have a comprehensive report that could be beneficial to you.
So it's pretty good. Actually, it's really good. And you're going to say, well, I can record that. Why do I have to use AI to do that? Well, the thing is that you don't have to do it. You can use your time for something better, more productive. If someone needs it, what we do sometimes is we do voice broadcasts. So we send a voice direct to the customer's voicemail box without the phone ringing, and you don't have to be recording that. Or if you want to have a different voice, you have and I don't have, like, I have my customer's voice recorded, and that way I don't have to bother them if I need to get an audio from them. So that's how I use it. Now, HeyGen is really cool for creating, what do you call it, for creating videos. It will create video avatars, lifelike, and it's not that it's creating them from scratch. There is technology that does that, but what it does is it kind of matches your voice, your words with your mouth and eyes and movements, and you can use it with as a spokesperson. For example, we have this one here from Two Cats Howling. Let's see if it comes up.
Looking to transform your space into a clutter-free haven? Look no further. Two Cats Howlin' and Dumpin' is your go-to junk removal service in the Tampa Bay area, dedicated to making decluttering as smooth and stress-free as possible.
So the good thing here is that we don't need to hire an actor. We always have her, that avatar there. We just pull her in and give her a new copy or new text to say. We don't need to call in a filming crew. So we're saving a lot of money by doing this, and this is going to be a lot less expensive to generate. Now, you can use it to recreate yourself. In this example, and what I said is, like, it's not creating me from scratch. Obviously, I just look that ugly anyway. You give it an initial video to train it on your mouth movement, your eyes, your hand movement, and then once it has that training, you can type in whatever text you want, and it will recreate the text in your voice and with your mouth moving according to what you want it to say. In this case, I have this one.
Welcome to the new era of video creation. Just upload a video of yourself so the AI learns your expressions. Then sit back while your AI does all the work for you.
And again, you can say, why don't I record the video? Believe me, recording a video takes forever because either you're busy, you don't have the right shirt on, you're not in the right location, your hair's messed up. I don't know. I mean, there's millions of excuses not to do videos. And with this, once it's trained, you can create more videos of yourself. The good thing too is that you can use it to break, to go across the language barrier.
Welcome to the new era of video creation.
So this one is kind of
just
the same.
upload a video of yourself.
So this one, we all know Thomas. Thomas speaks English.
Good morning. Today is the day, my last day. This is Lead 100. I am your guest speaker. I'm so excited to go ahead and go over all the things.
But do you know he speaks Spanish too?
Buenos días. Hoy es el día, mi último día. Esto es Lead 100. Soy tu ponente invitado. Estoy muy emocionado de seguir adelante.
Well, yeah. He actually does.
おはよう。最後の日、リード100のゲストスピーカーだよ。今日話すことを進めていくのがとても楽しみです。
And even German.
Guten Morgen. Heute ist mein letzter Tag. Das ist Blei 100. Ich bin euer Gastredner. Ich bin so aufgeregt.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, and if you're worried about people doing things without you knowing what they're doing, obviously there are some services you can use or tools you can use to create whatever you want. But these commercial tools that are readily available for the public, you have to actually record a video, give a password they're telling you, and provide your consent so the videos can be generated. In Thomas's case, he didn't have to do that because I'm not having the AI say anything different. It's whatever he was saying in English, now it's saying it in a different language. So in that case, you can actually translate a video without having to train it and to get all these permissions from the AI. So it's pretty cool. Now in our case, as I mentioned earlier, we have our AI powered CRM, Epic 180. And we have this part where we have our social media content posting. If you want to create a post, you just give it a content title, what you want the post to be a little bit about, some keywords, how many variations you want. It will come up with, right now we only see one here, but there's two more further down. So it'll come up with some options of a post. You can select whichever one you want. You can have it regenerate a new one. Then you click continue. If we want an image, we tell it, okay, we want a futuristic robot making a presentation. Yep, I can't spell. In a room with lots of business owners, and I tell it I want 2 variations, and I want the style to be photographic, and it comes up with this 2 images. This one's too scary, so let's grab the second one. Now we have our post, and the good thing is that we're posting to Google Business, Facebook, another Facebook page, Instagram. You can post to TikTok, to LinkedIn too. So it's very versatile, and then we would click here, and you can either post it right away or you can schedule it to be posted later. And in the tool, if you're having one of your employees use it, they can actually create the content and have it go to you for approval. Once you approve, then it's ready to post. The other one is the AI customer support. I don't have a live video for this, but this is how it's like. So on our unsubscribe page, we still have the AI customer support if they have any questions. In this case, the conversation had already started and we're trying to invite them to book a session to speak with us, or an appointment. It says, when would you like to book the appointment? Today, tomorrow, and another day? And I say next week. So it goes and it actually checks my real Google Calendar. It says for April 3rd, we have 10 a.m., 11, 12, and then the conversation goes on. The person would say, okay, I want 12 p.m., and then it would immediately book it in the system and notify me, notify the customer, etc. So it's really powerful. It's doing all this without your involvement, so it's pretty good. And this is our local smart AI review request system. Like most of the time when you're requesting reviews for your business, you tell someone, would you leave us a Google review? And they say yes, and they never do it. This way, we are actually following up with them. This is like an automation that does multiple steps. It checks if they answered. It will wait 30 hours and we'll get back to them. Hey, do you mind leaving? How do you think we performed? It will get the feedback. If the feedback's good, it's going to ask them to leave a review. If it's bad, it's going to have a conversation with them asking how we can improve. And in the end, you get a notification on what their comments were. So that way you're actually using the customer's feedback to improve your business. And yep, I can go into that for a lot longer. And we have a bunch of other tools with our CRM that helps you do better, provide better customer service, convert more customers, and be able to reach out to them with less effort. So that's all I have today. Again, I'm Richard Osler. That's my AI generated me. That's my phone number. If you want to reach out, send me a text message. Might not answer, but send me a text message. I do read them all the time. That's my email too. And if you send the message BOT, B-O-T, to that number, you're actually going to start speaking with the bot, or I'm not sure which one I set it up with. I actually don't remember, but it will give you a demo of what the interaction is like. So thanks a lot. I appreciate your time and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.